Morning everyone, my name is Audrey. I'm stitchywitch42 here on FlossTube and over on Instagram. This is my channel about cross-stitch, life, the universe, and everything. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of May, 2024, and I am now officially retired. That happened last week. So, the week before my last full week at the store, I had some fun hiding googly eyes around the store for my coworkers to find. I hid 40 pair of them throughout customer service, the bookkeeping office, the file office, the drive up and go department, and 5 random places around the store. I had so much fun playing this game with my ladies. I sent them a group text message saying, I've left Easter eggs for you, and here are the rules. When you find said Easter egg, take a picture of it, send it to me privately. Don't share the locations of the Easter eggs, and don't move them. 3 of the 6 ladies have found 39 pair. There is one elusive one, that they haven't been able to find yet, but it's still there, and I'm not telling them where. I went into the store on my last day, and as I was walking back towards the time clock, I stopped to talk with the meat manager, and he goes, "So where's the last pair of eyes?" Sorry, I can't tell you. That's part of the rules. The 6 ladies have been having fun. My phone's been blowing up with pictures every time they find them. I know that the store director has gotten in on it. I know a couple other random associates have found some and talked to me about them. I think the googly eyes was a hit. My last day that I worked, last Tuesday, I was only there for 3 hours. And thankfully, to me, my store director respected my wishes, and she didn't do an announcement across the store that it was my last day. She didn't have a party for me. Again, I didn't want it. There was no cake. I was good with that. I'm not good when people throw parties for me. I cry. I ugly cry. It's just not a good thing. I wanted to go out on my terms, and I did. I was a little bit late getting to work that day, and I thought I had a valid reason for doing that. Being an old-time bookkeeper, I didn't want to be in the bookkeeping office where the safe is by myself. I didn't want to get into the safe at all that day, and my lead totally respected that. So I showed up I clocked on about 5 minutes after my shift would started. It still took me about another 10 minutes to get up to the front of the store because I was talking to people. But overall, that last day went exactly how I was hoping it to go. It wasn't really busy. I got to spend time chatting and laughing with some of my ladies. When the one who came on to relieve me from my shift showed up, she brought me a last gift, and I kind of sort of knew what part of it was. She gave me a journal, and inside the journal was a pair of socks. And as you should know by now, I am a Harry Potter fan, and I had asked her jokingly to give me a pair of socks on my last day, and she did. So when she did, I picked up the intercom and I announced to the store myself that masters have given Audrey socks. Audrey is free. And I left. No hugging, no crying, because I'm an ugly crier. I met up with a half a dozen people at the Mexican restaurant next to the store to have a margarita. It was really, really good. My lead was there. She happened to be in the manager's office when I did my announcement. And she goes, our store director thinks you said another word that started with F and ended with S. So I sent her a message and I said, no F's were said. Socks. Masters had given Audrey socks, and Audrey is free. So I've now been retired a week. It doesn't feel real. I'm still getting things. There's still little things that have to be done, like actually applying for Social Security yesterday. And I have to remember I have to get a copy of my marriage license and send it in to them. Note to self, do that. Mark hasn't been working since I retired. He worked one day. And because of the weather here in Oregon, they haven't been doing any work. So last Friday we got to go out and go do some estate sales and antiquing until my hip kind of sort of gave out and I couldn't walk anymore. And then we came home and all was good. I've been working on cross stitch. I've been working on my MoFunk Musa, and I will add a clip here showing you where I'm at with her. So this is where I am at on my Alphonse Muka. I have a page finish. Lower left hand corner of the screen is what I just finished, and I am working across that next to bottom row of pages, 7 more pages, and this will be done. So again, my goal is to get her done this year. I think she is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way the colors, the DMC colors on this blend and just show so much detail that you wouldn't otherwise see. But this is where she's at, and let me show you some of the other things that I've been working on. I started 2 new projects. One of them is for hashtag 24bats in 2024. This is a free pattern from Doreen Jones, so I can show it. It says free chart right there, so you can take a screenshot of this if you want, or you could just go to Doreen Jones and get a copy of it for yourself. Easy enough to do. This is a Halloween Biscornu top, and I am stitching it on 16 count Banshee. It's the other half of a piece of fabric that I have, but this is where I am at with this one. I'm thinking, because the pattern says that it's supposed to be stitched all in black, and in the middle here there's a circle of pumpkins. At one time I grew a variety of pumpkins called Once in a Blue Moon, and they were a blue, green, grayish color. And I'm thinking that with this fabric I might do that again, just to make it a little bit different, to make it more mine. My other project that I am stitching on, a comment was made on a previous video of mine, and the comment that was made, I couldn't figure out what I'd said. So I actually went back and found it. This is from a video from 5 years ago, and in the short period of time that I watched that video, I saw a pattern that had been sent to me, and I decided this was the one that I wanted to start stitching as my retirement piece. This was sent to me from Kathy, who has a floss tube channel called To Dye House, and this is Halloween is in the Air. This is an all through the night pattern. When I started this, I looked on the back of it on the color chart and realized that she's in Salem, 15 miles away from me. Anyway, I went upstairs and I picked some fabric for this. It is a 16 count Ada. It is Gingerbread by Rogue Stitching. And I went through, and if I had the fancy floss, I pulled it. If I didn't, I pulled something close to it. And I got started on it, and I thought, I want to do the outlines of all the leaves first, because I wanted to get the 2 crows done, and I wanted to start stitching the black border down here. So this is where I am at with this piece, and I think it's gorgeous. I love these colors on this fabric, but I wanted to start stitching the moon the other day. And when I went to pull the color for the moon, and I looked at the color code on the back, the color of all that vine and all those leaves is wrong. And it's staying, because I'm not pulling that all out. I'm going to go upstairs and see if I can find a color that will go well with what I have for the outline of the leaves, and just make do with that. And I'm going to get a different color to stitch the inside of the moon, because the outside is supposed to be one color and the inside is supposed to be different. I'm just going to make this my own. One of the other things that I had done, as far as the colors go, Heirloom Gold was supposed to be the color. Heirloom Gold was the color that I used to stitch the vines, but it's not what it was supposed to be. I didn't have enough to do all the vines, so I took DMC 869 and I just randomly swapped them back and forth. So part of it, well, it's all the wrong color, but the wrong color is blended now. Because, yeah, I do things like that. I think this is an adorable pattern. I want to get it finished. It's my retirement piece. And thank you, Kathy, for sending it to me all those years ago. I'm sorry it took me this long to get started on it. But, you know, this was the time to be stitching it. So, I've been home, I've been stitching, I've been working on some journaling stuff. I have a video I'm thinking of making on journaling stuff. So I will probably be doing that sometime next week, because I have plans for the rest of this week and I won't be home. Tomorrow is the first Thursday of May. I will be going up to First Thursday at Acorns and Threads. And then when I get home from that, I get to start packing, because I'm going away for the weekend. I had signed up for a one-day retreat over in Bend at Cynthia's of Bend, which is a quilt store. But this one-day retreat is being put on by my friend Linda, aka Van Mom on Instagram, and her friend Kate. And I'm going over there with 2 ladies who you should all know and love by now. They are Anna, Stitch Roadies, Quilt Roadies, and Cheryl, one half of Stitching with the Sisterlies. We're going over to Anna's sister's place, and we're going to spend Friday night there. The retreat is Saturday. We'll be there Saturday night, and then we'll be headed home Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to be stuck in a car with Anna and Cheryl, and those 2, every time they talk about going any place together, they talk about getting lost. Should I be concerned? I'm kind of thinking maybe I should. Keep your fingers crossed for me, people. Anna's driving. Yeah. Cheryl will be in the car. Cheryl's family has a history of getting lost. Anyway, I know this video is ridiculously short. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I did a giveaway on my last video. I asked if anybody wanted to get the remains of this kit, the Riolis kit. The pattern is called Upside Down. When I went to pull names for a winner yesterday, I was kind of surprised at how many people are not subscribed to me. I got a lot of people who showed interest in this piece, but not everybody is subscribed. Take a moment and look at your subscriptions and hit the subscribe button if you would. It helps my channel grow. It doesn't cost anything. But I like to make sure that when I'm doing a giveaway that it's going to somebody who I know is subscribed to my channel. So please take a moment to look at that, and if you're not subscribed, I know it's happened in the past where I've gone back and I've looked at somebody's channel and I go and look at it and I've been unsubscribed and I don't know how. I don't know if it's some sort of weird algorithm that goes through YouTube or what, but please take a moment to look. Anyway, the name that I drew was Edith McClanahan. I'm pretty sure I have your address. But still, reach out to me through my emails, which will be listed down below, and I will get this sent out to you next week. It's short and it's sweet, I think. I don't know. I'm going to go try to cobble this all together because I recorded it once and I screwed up, and I recorded it a second time and I screwed up, and then I'm going to see what I can put together from all the screw-ups and try to come up with something that's worth watching. I'm retired. Yes. It doesn't feel right. No, it's not that it doesn't feel right. It feels weird because my brain knows, but it's not my reality yet. Yeah, we're going to go with that story. Stick to it. Until we meet again, my friends, live long and stitch on. Or as Spock says, don't use super glue. Bye-bye.